Happy Sunday. Um, Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the waves aren't too loud, but I just finished my run. I'm at the beach here on this chilly yet beautiful, gorgeous Sunday afternoon. And we'll just take a look at this. It's cold and chilly, but gosh, nothing is as soothing or calming as the waves. And so, just been reflecting on the past 60 days. It's been very busy, a lot of travel. In the last 2 months, right around Thanksgiving, I've been from Asheville to Michigan to outside Chicago to Germany to Austria, back to Chicago, back to Asheville, then to Miami, and then to Iquitos, Peru, back to Asheville, now to South Carolina. So I'm just enjoying some downtime, some rest here, and I've been reflecting on a lot of the conversations I've had. I've met a lot of really cool people, a lot of interesting people the last 60 days, and I've been thinking about the conversations I've had in regards to health and fitness and change. And what I want to talk a little bit about now is the kind of old model of change, and that is, follow a different plan or follow a plan, hustle, stay committed, stay motivated, grind, sacrifice your feelings, sacrifice, your whole life. Just keep doing, and eventually it'll become a habit, and eventually it'll just stick. And though that can work, from my experience and research and just having worked with maybe thousands of people over the last 15 years in health and habit change, that works for a very small group of people. In fact, if we're talking diet and exercise, 96% of people fail. So, those aren't good odds. And so what is the key to real change? Well, if you followed my page for a little while now, then I've talked a lot about identity. And what is identity? Identity to me is the words you use, the thoughts that you create, the emotions that you create, the experience you create. It is who you are, it is how you see yourself, it is how you see the world, and it's not just what you do. And so, who you are matters more than what you do. I see it a lot. The people that hustle and grind, maybe they don't believe in themselves, maybe they don't have confidence, maybe there's just all sorts of things. And so their habits stick for a while, but they always regress back. And so until you start to see yourself and the world differently, until your perspective and perception change, until the words you use change, until the emotions that drive you change, nothing else will work. Everything else is temporary. Your habits are temporary, okay? And it reminds me of a conversation I had when I had first started personal training back in the gym. I was 24 years old, and I started working with a guy who was 40, the age I will be this year, 39 now. And we were working on some fat loss goals and building some muscle and healing some injuries. And he looked at me one day and said, "Alex, you just wait. Wait until you get to be my age. Those muscles you have now, that strength, that youth that you have now, just wait till you get to be my age. It's all going to go away." And something clicked in me then. When I heard that, I thought to myself, I will spend the next 15, 20 years or the rest of my life ensuring that as I get older, I become healthier and I actually get in better shape by various metrics. And so I use that as motivation. But the point of me saying that is, had I believed him, had I subscribed to that belief, had I taken his belief system and made it my own, who knows what route I would have happened. Maybe I would be overweight now and out of shape. But the point being that I chose that the identity I was going to embody and the belief that I was going to take on was that I could become in better shape as I get older. And so as I got older, I just looked for more and more examples of where people in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s were actually in better shape. And so I urge you to remember this. There's very little in our life, in the world, that is objectively true across the board. Okay? That's going to strike a nerve with some people, but there's very little in our world that is objectively true. And if you're thinking death and taxes, well, there's some people that believe both of those things are not true or guaranteed, which is maybe a whole nother conversation. But the point being, I want you to ask yourself, what beliefs, what thoughts, what feelings are you borrowing from somebody else? Which ones have been passed on to you or ingrained in you that no longer serve you? And if you're struggling to get in better shape, get in better health, live a better life, have better relationships, then I ask you, or I'll urge you, to ask yourself right now, what beliefs do I have around these things that are limiting me? And I'll encourage you to start creating and looking for new ones that do enable you, that do enhance the life you want and not limit it. And look for examples of people that have accomplished the things that you want to accomplish, okay? Things in your life only change when your thoughts, your feelings, the words you use change with it. It's not just hustle and grind. It's not just trying something new and hoping it works. It's thinking differently. It's seeing the world differently. It's seeing yourself differently. It's believing something better than you currently believe. Okay? It's the hardest work you'll ever do. I promise you. It's the hardest work you'll ever do. It's completely rewiring what you think, what you feel, and how you speak about yourself and the world. When you pay attention, you'll start seeing the clues. You'll start seeing the commonalities of where you struggle. Okay? It'll be impossible to ignore. So it's time you think better, think bigger, feel better, feel bigger, and watch your life change. It's that simple. Simple, but not easy.